I made it to the hospital in one piece, Caden. I know you were worried. I'm just organizing my stuff right now.
Oh, great. Thanks for letting me know. Did you get a taxi or a bus or something to pick you up?
Yeah, taxi.
What, directly from the house?
Well, duh. I'm not going into the streets like this.
I didn't even know any went that far out of town. That's convenient, at least. Sorry I couldn't come home and take care of you myself. My boss is really cracking down on his workers.
Yeah, but I guess I'm stuck in the hospital until further notice now. Not so convenient.
I'd rather you be there just in case. I'm sure you'll manage.
I can see I'm not getting any sympathy off of you. Have fun at work while I'm gone.
Fun? I've got so much paperwork to do, I doubt this is all getting done in time. I'll have to join you in the work. But anyways, that's not important right now. Just focus on getting better. How are you feeling? Feeling ill? You don't have a headache or anything, do you? Make sure you're telling the staff if something comes up.
The taxi was a bit stressful. It wasn't a super long drive, but being around strangers is enough to tire me. I'm a bit worn out. And of course, I miss you. But other than that, I'm fine.
Take it easy for the rest of the day. Why didn't you go to bed now and have an early night?
But I want to talk with you a bit more.
Lonely already? You want me to be more mushy? Oh, I just can't wait for you to get home. How will I survive without my precious wife?
Oh, that's much better. There's the sympathy I was looking for. But really, of course I miss you. But with how busy you are at work, I'm worried you'll forget to take care of yourself. So just don't forget to do that, okay? And you don't need to worry about me. I'm used to the hospital. I'll be fine.
I wonder. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's enjoyable.
I've been hospitalized more times than I can count. This is my home. Everyone here knows me. So I'm sure I'll figure out how to entertain myself somehow.
It's been a while since your last visit, though. Honestly, these past few years, I thought you were doing better. I nearly had a heart attack when you sent me that text.
Yeah, but I've moved recently and a lot has changed, hasn't it? Stress probably brought it up again.
You're only in for a week this time, right?
As far as I know. They said if I recover quickly, they'll let me leave sooner than that. Fingers crossed.
Gotcha. I'll keep them crossed. I'd like to come visit you, but I gotta get this work done first. There's just so much to do. I don't think I can get there during visiting hours.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. It's only 1 week. You don't need to visit. I'll live. As long as you survive, too.
I guess I'll have to make do with your texts for now, unfortunately, but I'll take what I can get.
Yep. If you get time to visit, use it to go home and rest. You've been working non-stop, Caden. You have your own body to take care of, too. Not just mine.
Thanks. I really just want to visit you, though. You're probably gonna go crazy in there all by yourself.
I downloaded a bunch of movies onto my computer, so I'm not gonna be bored. My schedule's as full as yours.
I see you prepared. I'm kind of jealous. Wish I could watch TV all day.
It would be more fun if we could do it together.
Well, we can just text every day instead. I wouldn't want you getting lonely after all.
And how are you gonna cope without me?
Why are you worrying about me? I'm gonna be busy with work, so I'll be fine too.
Who's gonna do the housework? Who's gonna cook your favorite meals?
I'll be fine with takeout for a bit.
You need to eat your veggies too. And clean your room, fold your laundry. If I come home to a mess, you might send me right back here. Or I'll die right then and there at the site of the dumpster fire.
How badly do you think of me? The house isn't going to be destroyed in a week. Sure, leave me alone for a month and it might, but a week?
I don't know, you're pretty messy.
I can manage the bare minimum. Don't worry about me. The house isn't going to magically turn into a disaster site.
It better not, or you'll have more than paperwork to worry about. This whole thing is gonna be stressful for the both of us, huh?
Yeah. But in a week's time, I'll see you happy and healthy again.
Hey Jenna, I'm sorry I can't pick up your call. Can you call me back in like 5 minutes?
Kaylee, what is wrong with you? You're being selfish. My son doesn't need anything else to worry about.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I was selfish?
Extremely. If you wanted money, you could have at least had the guts to come ask me for it personally. Or are you already out of the city and just needed some more for hotels? He seemed really upset that you were making him do this. I had no money anyway, so I had to tell him no. I don't know if you asked him to come to me or if that was just a way he found to scrape up the money, but coming to me for something like this? Why do you think you get to go off and have fun when Caden and I are back here working our butts off at home?
What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm not on vacation or anything. I'm stuck in the hospital right now. I don't think I've said anything to Caden about any trip either.
What? You're in the hospital?
Yeah, actually in the ward right now, which is why I couldn't pick up earlier. There's too many patients and doctors around right now. Who told you I was traveling? Did Caden say something?
He did. He told me you really wanted to leave. He said you demanded a break and needed the money as soon as possible so you can calm yourself down.
He said that about me? I mean, I did tell him that I wanted to go to a nice spa and watch a movie with him sometime. Maybe he didn't understand me, or I didn't explain it well. But I don't think he'd get upset over something I said in passing like that, right?
No, of course, he wouldn't. My son isn't an idiot. He told me he wanted to treat you. If you talked about it, he might have taken the hint. He talked about getting you to a resort. I told him no so many times, but he just wouldn't listen to me. I told him I had no money, and he asked if I could pull out of my savings. For something like this, I'd understand a medical emergency, but this is ridiculous. In the end, I caved.
I only mentioned it in passing. I don't think he would take that so literally. I would never pressure him into spending that much on me. You ended up giving him the money? How much did he ask for exactly?
I had no choice. I gave him over $2,000.
$2,000? That's a huge amount to borrow. What? Do you know why Caden wanted it? I know he said for a vacation, but did he say what specifically? Like maybe it was to pay for my taxi and stay here, but he didn't want to worry you? I'm sorry for all of this.
Ah, well, if you're being honest, then it's not your fault. I'm sorry for snapping. I suppose there's a misunderstanding here. I just want to know where my money went.
If he's planning a trip, it's nothing I've heard about. Like you said, he might have picked up what I said about the spa and ran with it. He was at least honest about why he wanted it, so that's a good sign, right?
The story you're telling me and the one I got from him are completely different. The way he talks, it's like you're the most selfish person he knows. He's called you naive, impatient, every negative word in the book. When he came for the money, he seemed stressed when I told him no. I was worried you were gonna yell at him or kick him out. Partially, that's how I was convinced.
Really? He said all that? Does Caden really think I'm a selfish person? He's never said anything like that to my face.
He's always been a bit impulsive. Maybe he's just saying these things without thinking about them. I understood that you were manipulative and that nothing would stop you from taking this trip. But talking to you now, I really don't feel like you've been lying to me. Maybe I'm gullible, but your side makes sense.
I swear to you I'm not lying. All you'd have to do is call the hospital. I'll send you a picture of me in the hospital bed if you want proof.
That's a good point. But in that case, isn't Caden lying? If he lied about this entire trip, what did he need $2,000 for?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's going on a trip by himself?
Would he do that? Going on such a nice vacation while you're stuck in a nurse's office seems wrong. I don't think he would do that.
Well, he told me that he's swamped at work right now and couldn't visit me. I did tell him he didn't need to use his spare time rushing over here.
So, then he just runs off somewhere else instead.
I mean, if he did really travel, I guess he did run off. If he didn't, then he's just lying anyway.
None of this makes any sense. Wait. When he came earlier, he told me that he wasn't working.
What? Caden said they were up to their necks in paperwork. They barely had time for lunch.
He told me it's slow, so he got a week off, paid. That's two things that don't add up. Something is definitely going on.
But what?
First on the list, I need to find out if my son is actually working.
You're gonna ask him?
How would I know if he's being honest?
I don't know. He's never lied to me before. I wouldn't know what to look for. I do have something in mind, if you'll hear me out. What if we work together?
What, we both ask him?
Sort of. If he's telling us different stories, then he's gonna have to pick a story if both of us are there at the same time, right? We just need a way to make that happen. Until then, maybe we can keep each other updated.
Caden, I'm so sorry, honey. Something terrible has happened.
You okay, Mom? What happened?
Kylie is in trouble. Apparently, she suddenly took a huge turn for the worse. She's been rushed to emergency care.
What? Did they call you?
I'm at the clinic with her right now. I came to visit.
Mom, why would you visit her? I thought you two didn't get along. How did you even know she's there? What's happening?
After you went home, I chatted with Kylie. She told me she knew nothing about the money or any trip. You didn't tell me she was here.
Well, I've been too busy to keep everyone updated. It's not like I was keeping it from you.
I thought it was odd, so I came to pay her a visit. But suddenly she got so sick. Apparently the stress has really affected her in a bad way.
Wait, Kylie is actually in danger?
That's what I just said. Are you not listening? This is an emergency. We really need you. Get over here as quick as you can.
What, right now?
Yes, get over here right now. She's asking for you.
I can't.
What? Why not? Why can't you come?
It's complicated.
What could be more important than your wife? You need to get here as soon as you can. Whatever it is, it can work itself out.
No, it's just... Mom, I don't know how to explain this. I'm really sorry, but I can't go. I'm in Atlanta right now.
Atlanta? By yourself?
Yeah.
Why did you go to Atlanta? Your wife is suffering in here. You should be with her. Is that what the money was for? Why would you use this to lie and leave? Just what are you doing, Caden? It's not work-related. They would have paid for it.
Like I said, it's complicated.
Kylie isn't improving. They said we have no idea if she'll make it at all, let alone if she'll be here long enough for you to get back.
Oh my God. Is it that bad?
You won't be able to say goodbye unless you get over here. I'll do my best to keep her comfortable until then. It's only fair as her mother-in-law that I take care of her. She just looks so awful. It hurts to look at her.
This is a joke, right?
Why would I be joking about this? Do you not care? She's like this because of the stress you caused her. Don't you want to make this right and help her? Apologize while there's still a chance. Do the right thing and tell Kylie the truth.
I'm sorry, Mom. I guess I have no choice but to come clean. I flew to Atlanta to meet a girl.
A girl?
Yeah, a girl. We met online and we had an instant connection. She lives in Atlanta, so it seemed like a perfect opportunity to meet her in person. She just became a close friend, I guess, and we wanted to hang out. I know it was wrong. I was worried Kylie would get the wrong idea or get jealous, so I didn't mention it. But I had no idea something like this was gonna happen. I wouldn't have done it if I knew she was that bad. I really didn't know.
I can't believe this.
Ah, I get it. That's what the money you needed from your mother was for, huh? To visit a girl while I'm in the hospital?
Wait, I'm? Kylie, are you there?
Yes, it's me, Kylie. I've been here reading your texts for quite some time now. I'm sitting with your mother.
But she just said you were taken away for emergency care. How are you texting right now? Are you okay?
We made that up.
Are you kidding me? So you knew something was up? I'm really sorry. I really took you for granted. I wasn't trying to hide it from you. I just didn't know how to tell you. In a way, I'm relieved you know. I really did want to tell you.
Your mother told me you'd come to her asking for money to send me away on a trip. I didn't understand why you'd be lying about this sort of thing. I needed to track you down, so your mother and I agreed to work together. We came up with a story together to see if we could trick you into spitting out the truth. I thought if you had any compassion or guilt that you'd come clean. And I was right.
Wait, so you're not dying, right? That part was made up too?
Nope. I'm all better. Physically, at least.
Thank God, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Were you really, though? You're there right now trying to meet that girl, aren't you? How far away from her are you right now? Have you already met?
About 2 hours if I drive.
Ah, I see. So you haven't actually met her yet, huh? You have a choice, Caden. Continue your trip, meet this girl of your dreams, or come back home immediately.
Wait, immediately? Right now?
If you meet her, we're done. And yes, I will be asking for alimony. I feel like at this point I deserve it. We will never speak again. Your mother tells me she will want nothing to do with you.
What?
Make your decision. Although I can already guess what you're gonna choose. If you choose to go through with this, I will be keeping our house. You're not gonna need it if you're all the way in Atlanta. I'll just get rid of all your things I don't need. Your expensive watch collection and cars are useless to me. And I could use the money since I'll be on my own now.
Please, just wait. Just give me a minute. You need to calm down, Kylie. I've never seen you like this before.
Like what?
You're always the calm and reasonable one. My loving wife. This isn't the Kylie that I know and love.
That's because right now I'm angrier than you have ever seen me. Angrier than I've ever seen myself. Trying to score a date while I'm stuck in this bed? How can I look past something like that? Not to mention you lied to your mother.
Maybe I did exaggerate some stories. I have a hard time being honest with my feelings, you know? I don't actually think all that stuff. I'm sorry, I really am, and I'll pay back the money I borrowed as soon as I can. I'll do overtime at work when I get back and start immediately. I didn't mean the things I said about you, it was just in the heat of the moment.
Words are just words. I could look past you saying things behind my back, but you went through with this. You flew there, you lied to us, you left me. She must be very important to you.
No, it was a mistake. Just calm down, please. Maybe we can talk once your head is a little clearer. I just think maybe once we're both calmer, we can explain ourselves better.
Okay, but first I need an answer. You've got 3 seconds to make your choice. Her or me? Your 3 seconds are up. Your silence speaks a lot more than your words ever did.
I managed to catch a flight that leaves in an hour. I'll be there as soon as possible. It's a long flight, but I'll try my best.
What? You're choosing me? You went quiet. I was sure you were leaving to see her.
I never did. Right then and there, I turned around. I'll send you a video from the airport about an hour ago. If I went to meet her, I wouldn't have gotten there that early.
That does make sense. But I don't get it. What made you change your mind?
I'm so sorry I lied. I don't want to leave you. I went behind everyone's back. I even fooled my mother. But I plan on paying her back immediately.
Your mother is not going to want to see you. She's furious. Which is understandable.
I don't blame her. I'm furious with myself.
Your mother is absolutely terrifying when she's mad. I'm glad she was on my side. If she'd confronted me earlier over text, I probably would have run away.
My mother is always terrifying, regardless if she's mad. She grew up in a family that owns a boxing gym. She's pretty tough.
Ah, that makes sense. I'm obviously very upset as well. Mad, sure, but mostly I'm upset. I've been thinking all this time about what you deserve for what you've done to me.
What I deserve?
Yes, I want you to understand what you did to me. I haven't decided yet what it is, but I want you to regret this. When I'm done with you, you're never gonna try and do this again.
That is terrifying. Please, let me make it up to you.
It's reasonable for such an unforgivable act. You weren't worried at all that I was hospitalized, were you? You probably thought it was a stroke of luck, getting me out of the way so easily. You were probably texting me from the airport about your work, huh?
No, I really was worried. You said you didn't need any surgery, so I didn't think it was that serious. I really was worried though, but there was nothing I could do. I told myself that it was okay if I checked up through text.
You weren't worried then. Someone who's worried doesn't reason with themselves to get out of it. You weren't worried enough to go cheat on me.
I wasn't cheating. We're just friends, honestly, it's not like that. The only person I've loved is you.
But you went behind my back to go meet her. That's obviously because you felt guilty about it. Your mother thinks so too. How is there any other way we could look at this?
She said that? But I really wasn't cheating.
First, you tricked your mother into getting money. Money you used for a secret trip. Then you left me while I was sick. That's 2 things you've done. But going to meet her? That's the worst part. There's no excuse you could possibly give for that.
I really am sorry. Please, just don't leave me.
I haven't decided that yet. I don't know if I want to stick with this. I need to talk with your mother first. I need help to figure things out.
I swear I wasn't hiding it out of guilt or shame. This is the first time I'd ever try to meet her. I'm being completely honest.
It doesn't change anything. If you could get away with it once, that wouldn't be the end of it. You weren't planning on telling me ever, and you'd probably leave to see her again, creating more lies. I'm sure this girl understands that too. Every woman does. You both knew what it would lead to.
You're still the most important person to me.
You can say that all you want, but your actions say otherwise. And don't tell me I'm the most important. We're married. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only important person. Everyone else falls below that category. Especially when I'm sick.
No, that's not what I meant. I just didn't say it right. I'm trying to say I love you.
No matter what we went through, I was loyal to you, and only you. I'd never have imagined you doing something like this in my time of need. If your mother hadn't texted me, I would have had no idea. I wonder how long it would have gone on before I found out. For your own selfish reasons, you lied. You lied about me, lied to me, and betrayed our trust. Even if you say I'm the most important thing in the world, it doesn't mean much from someone who does nothing but lie. There's nothing to tell me what part of that is the truth, too. In the end, Caden's flight was delayed, and it didn't arrive until late that night. It wasn't until the following day that he reached the hospital. As he arrived, he noticed his mother had been waiting to catch him at the terminal. She had insisted on going there to prevent him from running away. Being dragged by the neck, Caden was brought to the hospital. He looked exhausted. He was practically half dead by the time they arrived. I'm pretty sure he got to see a bit of his mother's boxing techniques firsthand. I did a lot of thinking, and finally I decided to give Caden another chance to rebuild our relationship. I talked to his mother and even my own family to understand what was best. Of course, there are conditions attached, but I decided to stick with him. It's safe to say my mother-in-law is never sending us money ever again. Caden seemed relieved that I'd given him a chance, but that doesn't mean it'll last forever. I already told him I don't know if I'll ever be able to trust him again after all this. We agreed that if it seemed impossible, or if he ever did this again, we would break up. We'd be civil, but a divorce would be the best thing to do, even if it's painful. I'm not taking my eye off of him from now on. He lost my trust, and it's not coming back easily, if at all. There's definitely a barrier between the two of us now. I have a hard time doing anything with him now. It all seems fake. He has been treating me right, spending so much more time with me, but it's hard to tell if he's doing it for the right reasons. But on the bright side, I formed a great connection with my mother-in-law. I don't think I ever spoke to her before, but now we keep in contact almost daily. Even better, I got an amazing job at the same company she works in, thanks to her recommendation. She helped me get a special position that isn't too taxing on my body. They're aware of my sickness, which makes it very easy to get time off. That's something I definitely need now. Stress has really taken its toll on every part of me. My connection with her is better than ever, and I continue to monitor Caden. I'm not sure what Caden is thinking during all of this, but for some reason, I'm also not too worried about it. I'm glad that she no longer hates me, and that I have someone I can depend on. Even if we split up in the end, I think I'd like to stay close friends with his mother. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Check out the rest of our channel for more amazing content.